My name is Chris and I started Derw Coffee last year. We are Wales's first cold brew coffee producer. So cold brew coffee is actually coffee that's brewed in cold water. We brew ours for 16 hours, which is quite different to hot coffee, which is obviously a few seconds really. And it produces a very smooth, intense, but less bitter and less acidic coffee. And that's what we use to make all of our products. So we were living in Indonesia for 6 years, and everything was a bit chaotic. We had to cancel our wedding 3 days before the event in Bali because of the pandemic. It was in March 2020. And my father was also terminally ill with brain cancer. So I thought, right, I really have to get back home so that I can help care for him and make sure that I can see him. My wife, thankfully, could join on a compassionate visa. And we also wanted to do something positive. So we wanted to start a business together. We wanted something which would be connecting our two cultures, Indonesia and the UK, and also doing something which my father would be proud of. Yeah, Derw means oak tree, and that was his favorite tree, so it was kind of a tribute to him. So all of those things combined, as well as our love of coffee, led us to starting the business. We're based on Anglesey in North Wales. Really, it's just an amazing place to be anyway, and the local people are very friendly, very supportive, and we just thought, yeah, we'll stay here and start the business here. So the way that we produce the coffee is that we brew the coffee for 16 hours in cold water overnight, and we end up with this very strong but very smooth, less bitter, less acidic coffee. We then use that to make the blends, what we call the blends, as the ready-to-drink drinks, which have influences from barley. So there's a turmeric, there's a ginger, a cinnamon, and we also sell the pure cold brew coffee base, which people can make their own drinks with. And just recently we launched our liqueur as well. Well, we've got a strange mix of cultural influences, like an eclectic mix, because I have an Austrian mother, English father, grew up in Wales, my wife is from Indonesia. So we've got all these things working together. The ready-to-drink blends definitely have the Balinese influence, like the turmeric flavour, the ginger, the cinnamon. And that was partly because of Intan's grandmother, who used to make these health shots. We wanted to create something like really tasty, but also kind of good for us. And then also the cold brew idea. So my parents lived in Sudan for 3 years, and that's actually the traditional way that they make tea, for example, because fuel was expensive. So it was quite common to make a cold brew method. So yeah, we've got all of these different things working together really. So it's really, really great to set up a business in Wales. Honestly, we've been overwhelmed by the support that we've been offered. You'll get other businesses supporting you, and you'll help them, and everyone kind of wants to see things growing and developing. I definitely would recommend starting a business here because of those factors. So for the future, we want to really push our liqueur, because we're really excited about that and the response that we've received so far. And we'd also like to see a lot more, especially local places, like restaurants and bars, using our base product, the pure cold brew in their recipes. Tiramisu, affogato. We think it really adds value to the product and to the local area as well. Well, if you think about cultural influences, we are who we are already because of all of those influences, right? And a lot of the things that we now consider completely normal, like drinking tea, well, that was influenced from abroad. We didn't grow tea here originally, and we still don't. Coffee, things like curry is one of our national dishes that we love, and all of those things, we have become who we are because of the influences of various cultures. And that's definitely not a bad thing. I would say we're all the better for it.